how's the food at Universal's newest Epic Universe resort?
Let's see.
Hello everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sam.
And you're watching the Theme Park Foodies, and we are doing a little different type of video today. We are actually at Universal's parking garage. We're actually not going to go into the park. We're going to take a bus to the Terra Luna Resort. It is the newest Epic Universe resort. There are going to be 3 Epic Universe resorts when Epic Universe opens. One, of course, will be the Helios Grand Hotel. The other has already been open, which is the
Stella Nova.
And this will be the Terra Luna Resort. I believe it's got like an Earth type of moon theme to it. There's going to be bus transportation to City Walk, where there you can access both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. We're going to take the bus there. We're going to see how long it takes to get there.
And first of all, we're taking the bus because the parking price is outrageous. Even if you're staying there, the parking price is outrageous.
Yeah, it's like, I think, $60 to park there for the day. You're staying there, I think it might be $35, $45. We'll put it in the lower third exactly how much it costs. We're gonna see how long it takes for the bus to get there. I have been quite impressed with the food that Lowe's does for these hotels. For those that don't know, Lowe's operates and owns the hotels that are affiliated with Universal. So really the food we're gonna be eating is more Lowe's food than Universal food, although I'm sure it'll be themed to Terra Luna. I think there's a special cookie. Anything you have your eye on, Sam? Or?
I think I saw a quesadilla on the menu, so I'm excited about that. And we will be staying at Stella Nova and the Helios Grand later on.
Yes.
So we will have full tours on those. But this is just we're just seeing.
Yes, Stella Nova we're actually staying at during the opening weekend of Epic Universe. And Helios Grand, I think we'll be doing more towards June time if you guys are waiting for those videos. If you're interested in some Epic Universe content, I think this is kind of the first video we've done talking about Epic Universe.
I feel like we're like the opposite of everyone else who's like chasing Epic Universe.
Well, it's harder for us to get here, but we're going to try to get at more Epic Universe as we get closer to the opening, and of course a little after it opens. Are you ready, Sam? If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Join us while we try out the brand new food over the Terra Luna Resort. All right, so the buses are going to be to the left as you head towards security. You have to head down a flight of stairs, and you'll actually see a sign that'll tell you where all the buses will take you to. They change up every now and then, but today Terra Luna is at number 5, which we're walking down to right now. We're on the bus now. We'll see how long it takes to get from City Walk to Terra Luna. Time ready, Sam? All right, we are pulling up now, and Sam, I think you can hit it right now. About 13 minutes, not bad at all. Revolving door is broken as we're about to walk in. All right, so as you walk in, to the left will be the Universal Studios store. You have to have one at every resort. And then to the right will be check-in. Right in front, we actually saw a really cool photo op where it looks like you're planting your flag in the moon, your Terra Luna flag. I keep getting the names of them mixed up.
I called it Stella Luna tour.
And then behind that is actually the bar. I believe there's also some poolside bites, but obviously since we're not staying here, we're not supposed to go to the pool, but we can eat at the quick service restaurant here, which is called Omega Market and Cafe. You can actually see in the sign a really nice attention to detail that they do is that there's a little moss in the Omega part, because obviously this is going to be an Earth and Moon based resort. Now, the cafe, I believe, is going to be more of your hot quick service options, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner that you're going to be ordering there and getting hot food. And then the market is just little grab and go items. We'll go over what they have in the market. We'll go over what they have at the cafe. What do you want to start with, Sam? You want hot food or you want to grab and go first?
Let's check out the grab and go first.
Okay. You can see all the different drink options here that they have.
Protein shakes.
Oh yeah, if you need your protein, they have it. They actually have some pretty good fitness centers over at the Lowe's resorts. So up there they have some overnight oats. This is going to be some yogurt parfait, fresh fruit, which I always appreciate them having. Looks like they still have some breakfast options. This is a smoked salmon bagel. Looks like it's an everything bagel. And we have different salads. They have a harvest chicken sandwich on a croissant. Chicken salad sandwich on a croissant, which actually looks pretty solid. And then they have a chicken pesto caprese. They do have hot options throughout the day, but I think we're a little past breakfast and the lunch hour, so they don't have anything hot right now. If you're looking for alcohol, it looks like they have you covered as well if you're looking just to grab a canned drink from not the bar. I'm sure a bit cheaper than the bar. No ice cream right now, but I'm sure this is where the ice cream will be going. A lot of great pastries here, so you can see cinnamon buns. It looks like they have some cupcakes right there. You can get some bagels if you want to. Lowe's always has amazing pastries. So this is going to be a macadamia nut cookie. This is the special cookie that I brought up before. They have, I believe, at both Stella Nova and Terra Luna. Poppy seed lemon muffin, I believe. And I think these muffins, I think that's going to be chocolate, and this might be chocolate chip, I'm not sure, but these are gluten-free, I believe. And down here they have all different muffins. You can see a fudgy brownie right there towards the back. A little Danish right there, and the donuts at Lowe's are always so good too. All right, so we picked a cold food option out to try. This is the steak banh mi. I believe it's a steak sandwich. It has a bunch of fresh vegetables on it. A Vietnamese-styled sandwich on a large baguette. We were told that this was the thing to get here.
And they do make them fresh each morning. The meat is falling out of it.
Like, I think that way is going to be the way to go, and cup the back. So how's the texture of that steak? A cold steak sandwich sounded weird to me, but they said this was the thing to get.
Yeah, the meat's okay. Like, it's a little bit dry. The bread is soft. I like the crunch that you get from the vegetables, but I do feel like this needs a little bit more moisture.
I'm gonna go 7.
Okay. I did want to bring up that this is open from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. here. I'm going to try out the steak sandwich now myself. I want to say, Sam, I wish it was open a little bit earlier. I feel like you and I are up at like 5, 6 o'clock looking for that coffee. You know, if like this is the place, the cafe is the place to get the coffee. So I'm wondering if there's a place that's open a bit earlier in here. Let's try this out. The steak isn't too chewy. There's good texture with the crunch. It is a little bit dry, like you said, Sam. It relies on the sauce that's in here. But overall, there are other things that like kind of bring it up. It's a cold sandwich. You're already on a cold sandwich scale. I'm not like blown away, but I think it's good. I'm gonna go 6 with it. Maybe not my thing. We also did, just so you guys know, get the cookie, which I actually learned is the Stella Nova cookie. This is the sister resort you can see when you actually get off the bus here. And they're trying to make a cookie for this resort, but this was actually the Stella Nova cookie we'll be having. I think there's like a chocolate and like raspberry flavor in here. Won't be trying this just yet, because we're gonna save this for dessert. Try the hot food out next. As we were walking up to the cafe, I wanted to bring up the really cool kind of wavy design they have in the ceiling. Nice attention to detail. You can also see kind of like a galaxy-esque atmosphere or like wallpaper back there. That they actually do have special Terra Luna refillable mugs that you can get. In Disney, they don't specify them to the resort anymore, which I used to like. Now they're just kind of general, but here they have special ones, and you can see all the pricing right there. So for 3 days, you get $19, unlimited refills of like sodas, drinks, water, I think also coffee. Yeah, and 25 for 4 to 7, and 8 plus $30. All right, so the first round of hot food has made its appearance. They have some soups, they have some salads up there. They also have some interesting burgers, chicken sandwiches, a fried cod sandwich. They have pizzas, different types of desserts. So a lot of good hot food up there. Sam, what is this?
Out of this world tomato soup.
Is that like under your breath? So it looks like just a standard tomato soup. It was called Out of This World. I figured it was a signature form.
How could it be standard if it's out of this world?
This is true.
Conflicting statements. It's pretty good.
I wish it were a little bit creamier, but it's pretty nice. It definitely has some basil in it. I'm gonna give it a 7.
All right. So far I feel like the two options we've had are basic, but I feel like the other stuff's going to be promising.
I would eat this again. Maybe not in the middle of the summer, but I would eat this again.
So I wanted to bring up the level of resort that the Terra Luna Resort is. So there's different kind of levels of resorts that you can stay at, Universal or Lowe's in this area. This is considered, I believe, a premium value. So they have like moderate resorts, then they have value resorts. So this is like the value resorts are considered like the endless summer resorts, which are dockside and surfside, and then they have these like kind of upper value resorts, which are Terra Luna, Stella Nova, Aventura, and Cabana Bay. I do want to say, like, the food, I feel like at all these values is always really good. Even at the endless summer resorts, we've always enjoyed the food here. All right, let's try this soup out now. I think it's got a good like little zesty flavor to it. With it being a value, though, you will notice that in like the architecture a bit. It's a bit minimalist, and then also these chairs are like very flimsy chairs. Although I think the aesthetics are warranted for the price around here, which is about $200 a night. So food is pretty. I mean, this is a pretty solid soup, though. Like also, you can get it with a grilled cheese, which I feel like would hit in the winter. I'm gonna go with your 7. Solid soup. All right, so this is their namesake burger. It's the Terra burger. You get it here, of course, at Terra Luna. Sam, what is on this delicious looking burger?
So it's double smashed beef patties, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, and cosmic sauce on a challah bun.
The bun looks really good, and like the 2 smash patties on there.
Look at the cheese crisp. This looks really good.
This is what I was most looking forward to. It's loaded with pickles too.
The bun is toasted, and there's like a crisp on the burgers too. The meat is still juicy. This almost tastes like something you eat at a restaurant. You know, this is a quick service burger. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Yeah, I thought this would be the best one. You also get an option of different types of fries. So you can get the standard fries, you can get sweet potato fries, or you can get a salad. We went this with the sweet potato fries. How are those tasting? I actually had a few off camera already. I think they taste like an 8 to me.
Yeah, those are good. Nice crisp, soft on the inside. There is a lot of salt on them though, I will say that.
Look at this burger. This is a real burger. All right, let's try it out.
And this closes at 11. Like, imagine coming back from like a long park day. Like, you know how sometimes you're still like hungry. Like, getting that burger would hit. I mean, it hits even if not after a long park day.
I wonder what type of meat they're using, because it's not like the thing about. I do feel like the Universal resorts have better, like the Value resorts have better food than the Disney Value resorts. Because the Disney Value resort, you'd get like a trashy kind of like thick patty, and I mean the other stuff around it would be good, because they have like brioche buns and stuff. But this is actually like good smash burger meat that's on here. And look at that back there. There's a little grease on there, but you want a little bit of grease, I feel like, on a burger. Look how crispy like the cheese is on here too. This is a great burger.
And there is like a slight crisp on the smash patty too. It's just, that's very well done.
For a quick service burger, I'm giving it a 9. Like, I don't think if I ate this at a restaurant, I'd give it a 9. But like the fact that I'm here eating at a quick service at like a hotel, I wouldn't expect that. I would expect like a mass-produced patty. So that is great. And again, the fries are an 8. So far, so good. All right, so Sam, this was your item of choice, the quesadilla.
It looks like it has green and red peppers on it, which like when I make quesadillas, like that's how I make them. I love when the quesadilla is like loaded up. There might be onion. I'm not 100% sure. Cheese. They look like they have a good amount of filling. They look toasty. Came with sour cream, and it also came with guac. Like, I hope it's as good as it looks. I know I'm gonna do without anything first.
Yeah, the Lowe's value food is seriously underrated.
This is another thing to me that tastes like it could be from a restaurant and not a quick service. The quick service here is definitely, it's elevated in my opinion. There is a little bit of spice in it, a lot of flavor. Nice toasted quesadilla, nice and cheesy. And they are made to order, so I'm sure if you don't want peppers on it, you could ask. But I love that there's green and red peppers. That's exactly how I like my quesadillas. So this is so up my alley. I'm surprised they don't give you salsa though, because they give you guac and sour cream, but no salsa. I'm gonna give it an 8.
I see. We're getting to the better things now. I feel like the desserts are going to be out of this world too. Look at this. There's so much cheese in that too.
But isn't that how I make when I make quesadillas? Which I haven't made them in a really long time, but that's how I make them. Green and red peppers, tons of cheese.
The peppers had such a good flavor on this, and the cheese is like sharp. I'm gonna try some guac on here. Oh man, this guac is like chunky too. It's not like a one of those like bag guacs. You gave this an 8, right? I'm gonna agree with the 8. I think it's good. I like the peppers on it. It's nice and crispy on the outside too. What they're doing right now, they're doing great. I also wanted to bring up that you can get a pass holder discount here, and the food's probably a little bit more cost effective than you can find in the park. So if you're just a 13-minute little bus ride over here, use your pass, you could probably eat a little cheaper and high quality. We have a few more things we want to try. All right, so we have one more savory item, and then we will get to these sweets. They have a huge pizza menu, so if we're going to try one of the pizzas, I wanted to go classic. So we got a margarita pizza. This is tomato, fresh mozzarella on top. It's on top of a cheese pizza. They also put some Parmesan on there. The dough looks a little like fluffy. It doesn't look like a crispy dough.
Yeah, it does look puffy, and we did a really good pizza yesterday at Il Molino.
We didn't film Il Molino. That was like for our celebratory 9 years together. That is probably my favorite pizza, or one of my favorite pizzas in Disney World, is the Il Molino pizza.
I like that there's like full pieces of tomato on here as well.
Definitely is a bit of a flop though.
Yeah. The sauce is decent, and using the real tomato like gives it a little bit of juice. I like the cheese, but I'm not a fan of the crust at all. And I'm also just not a fan of puffy pizza in general. But if you like puffy pizza, it's here for you.
It's a quick service pizza that's mostly for kids. You know?
I'm gonna give it a 6. As I go to take another bite.
I think it's a legit 6 to me. At least you got the full tomato on there. All right, so it's my turn to try the pizza. This is definitely a thick pizza. You know what it feels like? Like a DiGiorno or something, like a deep dish. All right, and you know, actually, it has some cheese, it looks like, on the bottom here, too, some Parmesan cheese.
I don't think the flavor is bad, but I'm not a fan of the texture.
It's a puffy kid's pizza. One positive, I mean, this was $15, decent amount of money. One positive that this will fill you up.
And there's fresh mozzarella on it and tomato chunks.
That's the strength here. The dough, too, it feels like it's a puffy dough. Sweet canned sauce. Would I eat it if I was like here lounging by the pool? Yeah, but wouldn't go out of my way for it. The burger was so far, I think, the best thing we had. I'm gonna go 6 too, because I like the mozzarella and tomato. Without that, I'd probably go 5. It's very basic. It's not bad, but it's just very basic. But now, Sam, you know what I'm excited for? We're actually gonna start with the sweet I was most looking forward to. Sam, what is this called and what is on it?
This is the chocolate moon pizza. It has Nutella, looks like some marshmallow fluff, strawberries, and sugar dust, which is powdered sugar.
It actually kind of looks like, you know, like a Milky Way galaxy, I feel like, almost in there. And the powdered sugar kind of looks like little stars in the night sky.
I think it just looks delicious. So.
It has less of a flop than the other pizza, too.
I don't know what's the standard for dessert pizza, but the dough is pretty soft. I mean, it obviously tastes great, though, because it's Nutella and marshmallow. Like, you can't really go wrong, you know, putting those things together.
And you have the fresh berries on there, too. Looks like more of a flatbread, though.
I think it tastes great. I'm going to give it an 8.
Oh, wow. So I thought you were going to go low, and then you just, like, completely faked me out.
It's Nutella and marshmallow. Like, can't go wrong.
You gotta love Nutella and marshmallow. Sam, you know me. And viewers, if you watch for a bit, you know me, too. And I like me some gooey textures. This looks like it's a goo masterpiece. Kid behind me gets it. Now, I love the fresh strawberry, the marshmallow, the Nutella. The weakest thing to me is, like, the dough. Like, I almost want to just put this in a bowl and eat it, like, in a bowl and not on the dough.
I feel like it should be crispier. It almost feels like pita, like a pita bread.
The vehicle for the flavor is too weak to me. So I'm going to go 6 with this.
What?
Yeah. It's just the vehicle brings it down. Again, 6 isn't terrible.
The vehicle.
It needs a better vehicle. Like, it needs something better. Like, put it in a bowl, and I would eat it straight out of the bowl. But, like, the pita was bringing it down, in my opinion. All right, another well-themed dessert. This is the meteorite mousse. I expected it to be more moussey and less cakey. What's exactly on it in this, Sam?
It just says triple mousse cake and cocoa dust.
So, yeah, it looks like it has some Cocoa Puffs on top, which are the meteorites. And I guess they're flying through a galaxy, and you can see the powdered sugars, so those look like stars, again, in the night sky, I believe. So, well created, well plated. I like that little peel that you got there.
It's very cold.
So it's a refrigerator dessert then, right?
And it definitely was in a refrigerator.
Not against refrigerator desserts, especially if they have good chocolate.
Yeah, no, it's good. It says 3 types of mousse, but it feels like to me like the bottom is cake and then there's 2 layers of mousse, but I could also be an idiot. That's also very possible.
Don't down yourself like that. You're very smart.
More puffs over here.
Yeah, I told you, yeah. They're flying through the night sky.
Oh, I couldn't see it.
Just a little texture there for you.
They're still.
Oh, that's been sitting in the fridge then probably since last night or something.
No. That was bad. Not bad, but that brought it down.
Just don't eat the puffs, eat the mousse.
Yeah, the mousse is good. The mousse, I'm trying to think if I like this or the pizza more. You know what, I'm going to give this a 7.
Okay, so you actually like the pizza more than this.
But I also just really like Nutella.
I'm going to get a good peel on this. As Sam turned the camera on, just so you guys know, she said, I think this is better. I think I was wrong.
Yeah, so actually, I think I'm going to give pizza 7. I'm going to give that 8.
Again, to me, it's the vehicle. I think the cake is dry at the bottom. I guess the mousse gives it moisture. I got that. I'm going to try just the cake. Yeah, cake's dry to me. But I like the 2 top layers a lot. I do enjoy this. I think, to me, this is better than the Nutella pizza. I like how everything's plated. It looks very nice, but it feels quick service. Like the only things that didn't feel super quick service were the burger and the quesadilla. Everything else has felt, okay, this is quick service too. I'm gonna give this a 7. It's good. If I got it here and I was staying here, I would enjoy it. I wouldn't take the bus to the parks to it. I would take the bus from the parks to here for the burger and for the quesadilla, but not for this. We have one item left though, and if you guys have been watching from the beginning, you know what it is. Cookie. I'm excited for you, Sam, right now.
I'm excited for yourself too, because you'll be having it soon.
You want to give it a good break and see? Let's see how the interior looks. So I think this has like a raspberry and chocolate flavor. I could be wrong.
I don't think there's raspberry. I think that there are pink M&Ms in it, kind of being like moon rocks.
Oh, that would make sense.
And there's obviously sprinkles on top, chocolate cookie.
Does feel kind of hard, but the inside does also feel like it's chewy.
You want like a good chew on a good cookie.
It's like a brownie.
That would be good to me.
I've seen people raving about this. I think it's decent. It tastes like a box brownie though to me, like a box brownie as a cookie
Cosmic brownie.
with M&Ms in it. Yeah, similar to that. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Okay, so you're not quite quite Raven, but you're enjoying it. You'll eat it. Thank you for leaving me a nice half, Sam. I'll break this up. This does have a very brownie consistency, I could feel.
No, it really does taste like a brownie. And you know when the brownie gets like crispy on the edges from the pan, like there's some crispy parts to it.
Different take. I love it. Different take. It's okay. Everyone has different flavor. To me, this tastes like when a brownie crisps up, like you said, on the pan, and you just turned it into a cookie with M&Ms in it. Which, like, those are my favorite parts of the brownie, are those little crispy edges. Is it the best cookie ever? No. But I think it's the best dessert that we've had, in my opinion.
I also like how things are themed to the resort. Like
Yes.
at Disney, you're not really going to get that. I mean, Pop Century does have the tie-dye cheesecake, but for the most part, it's just very standard.
Yeah, and most times when they theme things, it's like the tie-dye cheesecake where it's just food coloring in it. Like, this stuff is like plated well, it tastes good. Lowe's does the quick service good. I still think the winners of today were probably the savory burger and the quesadilla. This I like a lot though. I'm gonna go 7. I still agree with your 7 actually on it, but I do enjoy it more than the other 2 desserts. So a better 7, if you will. All right, so that is it for our Stella Nova food tour. I do want to bring up that you can go to the pool bar to get some food as well, but we tried the majority of the food options at the quick service restaurants that you could find here. I also wanted to bring up that I think about to stay here is around $200 a night, depending on the room that you
Plus
stay at.
parking. You do have to pay for parking.
Plus parking, yes. And I think in both of our opinions, I think you agree with me on this has better food than a Disney value resort,
Oh
for
yeah,
sure.
100%.
Yeah.
Theming of the food, the quality of the food. It is a very small quick service area though.
Yes. Yeah, the scale is what surprised me because I had anticipated it being larger, I feel like, from what I had seen online. But it feels like, and I think they have about 300 rooms, don't quote me on that. It feels a bit like smaller in there. I wonder when it's going to be, like when it gets packed out, how it's going to feel. Because it feels like it might be hard to get in and out of the Omega Cafe and Market. That being said, they do have a lot of quick service options, so maybe it'll move fast. I think the food options were good. I also want to bring up like the cool reflective tiles they have on here and the minimalist art style that they have. I'm not sure how well that is going to age. We recently stayed at the Aventura and didn't film it. So Aventura is another kind of like upper value. I think they call them premier values or something like that for Universal. And it has a similar type of style to it. And I just don't feel like it's aging very well. Furniture and stuff definitely doesn't look like upscale, although there are some cool subtle touches here. They have a hot tub, which they don't have at the values. And they also have like these fire stones, I'm calling them. They're little fireplaces with these
Fire
very
pits?
Exactly, with comfortable chairs.
Stones.
I think it's for $200. And with what you get for staying at Universal, you get the early entry. This one you're gonna have a special bus to Epic Universe. You get early entry to Epic Universe. I think it's worth it.
Yeah, the other one, the Stella, the Stella is across the street, but there's no direct path, so you can't walk to it from this resort. But Stella, you can walk to Epic from, whereas this one you will have to take a bus.
Yes. What was your favorite thing that you ate today?
I'm gonna go with the quesadilla. That's exactly how I like my quesadillas. There
Yeah.
was also caramelized onion in it. I think some pico de gallo. Like that was a well done quesadilla for a quick service.
For me, I'm gonna go with the burger.
The burger was awesome.
Yeah, the burger was my favorite thing I had. I would take a ride here just for lunch if you have time to kill. You know, as like a pass holder, you get the pass holder discount eating here. Pretty nice aesthetic. Obviously can't go to the pool and stuff, but it is kind of nice to see the interior, especially with those little photo ops they have in front. They have a bar there in the back if you like to have a drink.
The staff was really amazing.
Yeah, staff is great. And my favorite sweet, for me, it's the cookie. Might head over to Stella Nova to try the cookie outs if they're going to be losing it over here at Terra Luna. For you, Sam, what was it?
I'm gonna go
Hard for you to pick out of the chocolate.
I don't know. They were all chocolatey and delicious.
You loved all chocolate
in their own way. I think that pizza, like if they put a different dough on it, I think it could be a 10.
Yeah, I agree. The pizza
more
needs an upgrade.
strawberries and a crispier dough.
Agreed. And if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Liking will really help our channel grow. It pushes this video out into the stratosphere of the YouTube algorithm. Helps other people find the video. Subscribing, it also helps our channel grow. Hit the bell notification so that way you're notified every time when videos come out, which is when, Sam?
Every Monday and Thursday at 12 p.m.
Thanks so much for watching. Don't count the days.
Make the days count.
We will see you next time. That's all, folks. The exterior I thought was going to be a bit more impressive with the reflective tiles. They don't come all the way down, it looks like. It looks like they start halfway through. I think the other resort, they do come all the way straight down. It is interesting looking because the tiles will, I think, change color as the day goes on. But you'll never get a full view, I feel like, of the resort. We're actually standing near the parking area right now. So, how do you feel about this resort, Sam?
It's okay. It's definitely a lot smaller than I thought. Even the lobby and everything, the lobby bar, it's not as themed. Looks pretty generic.
Yeah. I will say the buses come quite regularly, though. We just keep seeing them come back and forth. So I've always, or I should say, I've never had any issues with the universal bus system. Foliage looks pretty full too. We almost got hit by a bus, which is why we had to move.
A car.
A car. Sorry, hit by a car. The people you see scrolling up on the screen, those are our members. If you have any interest in membership, we have tiers as low as $1.99 a month with differing perks like early access to videos and credentials like you're seeing right now. I want to give a special thank you to them and their generosity for helping us fund this channel. If you click the join button below, you can also see all the different tiers and perks that we have. Oh, look at that bus. How to turn your dragon bus. But even if you're not a member, if you're someone who just consistently likes, comments, subscribes, engages with these videos in any way, it helps us make more of them. We feel very privileged to be able to make them. Excited to see more of Epic Universe. And as always,
keep it going for Frank.